Video coverage of IT Expo is brought to you by Content Boost, the content marketing specialists. Amplify your sales today.
Hi, Eric Lanask here at IT Expo in Miami. On the program with me today is Alex Gahano from Sky Patrol. Alex, thanks for joining me. Good to have you on the program.
It's a pleasure to be here, Eric.
So, the M2M experience here at IT Expo has really started to take off. A lot of excitement around it, a lot of energy around it. Why is that?
Well, M2M has been growing for quite some time now, and I think this show in particular has become the de facto forum, as far as I'm concerned, to bring in the who's who in the industry. And the last few shows I've attended, it's been increasingly growing bigger and bigger. I was in the Las Vegas one in August. We thought that was going to be the biggest one, and then lo and behold, the one in Miami this year is even bigger, with more interesting players, crowds, and people entering the ecosystem.
Now, some of the things that Sky Patrol is doing around asset tracking, asset management and such, really seem to be helping businesses do a better job of handling their resources, understanding their resources, in some ways, of course, saving some budget dollars as well, but generally just being more efficient and more productive of operations.
Absolutely. One of the phrases you hear a lot at these shows is you're going to deploy an M2M solution to either make money, save money, or remain compliant. Sky Patrol's been in this business for over 10 years. Actually, 26 if you consider our parent holding company, TOP, has been around since 1988. And every year we just have to crank out new innovations, new products, new solutions to help those businesses save money, increase their ROI. For example, we recently announced, the recent battle of the platforms we won with our Defender 2.0 platform designed for the vehicle finance market, the buy here, pay here space, as some people know it. We recently announced new CDMA products to mitigate the risk of the oncoming sunset of the 2G. And last month we announced our new hybrid satellite GSM tracking device, which is, and I hate to plug, but it is the lowest cost solution out there right now. So there's a lot of exciting things happening at Sky Patrol, and quite a few new products that are coming out of our design shop.
Well, first, congratulations on the Battle of the Platforms Award.
Thank you.
That's certainly exciting. How much specialization, or I guess verticalization is maybe the better word, is going into sort of creating M2M platforms and other products and applications? You mentioned yours specifically for the
vehicle finance.
Vehicle finance, thank you, market.
Well, that seems to be the trend. I mean, whereas before you can roll out an application and hit quite a few horizontal markets, now each are becoming more specialized. So customers are becoming more savvy, more demanding in their needs. They're, in many cases, the ones driving those specifications. And we've come up with solutions for verticals such as power sports, mopeds and jet skis and the like. We have solutions for lot management, sort of hybrid solution that's used by car companies to manage the cars on their lot, and also serves as a solution for the consumer, that they can use it to locate their vehicle in the event that it's stolen, or if they're buying a car for their teen, as a lot of us have had that experience, to know what they're up to. So,
is there an impact on the buyer, the end buyer, in the types of cases that you just mentioned, knowing that they have that capability or can have that capability if they need it, or is it just a value add to them?
It's a little of both. I think consumers appreciate the option of having more services available to them. In the vehicle space, it's very competitive, so everyone's trying to stay one step ahead of the other. This new ProTech solution that we recently launched, I think, will give a lot of dealerships an incredible edge in terms of differentiating their offerings to their client base beyond just the sale of the vehicle and the customer relationship afterwards.
So you have a platform, you built a platform that won the battle of the Platforms Award, or the Platform Award. What differentiates the different businesses out there building these M2M platforms?
I think a trend we've seen is a combination of customers demanding more in terms of functionality, but also more in terms of simplicity. And a lot of the feedback we got from after we demoed our Defender 2.0 is the sheer simplicity of the platform. I think almost everyone in that room with another 10 more minutes of training would have been experts in managing that platform and what it does. So the simplicity is a little deceiving because there's quite a bit of complexity behind the scenes. Sort of like an Apple phone where it looks very simple to use, but there's a lot of moving parts behind the scenes to support that simplicity. So I would say simplicity and more is what we're seeing from our customer base.
And of course, and that also goes hand in hand with all the data that the businesses are then able to collect from their applications and from their deployments. And again, it really comes down to the same thing, I think. Collect these masses of data that they've got to store and take care of and analyze, but they've got to be able to do it in a simple fashion. It's got to be easy for them, otherwise it doesn't work.
Absolutely. I very much enjoyed the keynote panel you hosted a little earlier, talking about big data and more to the point what you do with it after it's been collected. And in our industry, especially fleet management solutions and the like, we can go nuts and collect tons and tons of data. But the key then becomes not just how you store it and where you store it, but the value add of what you do with it and how do you monetize it and add value once you've collected it.
Right, it all begins at the bottom layer with the platform. Without that, you can't go the rest of the way. I think though on the business side as opposed to the consumer side, it really is much more than a value add. It's become a must-have in order to track those fleets, manage those assets, and just understand where everything is going. Make sure that it's not going where it's not supposed to.
I would agree with that. Yes, absolutely.
Good. Alex, thanks for being with us on the program today. It's been a pleasure.
My pleasure, Eric. Thank you.
Video coverage of IT Expo is brought to you by Content Boost, the content marketing specialists. Amplify your sales today.